Renault's new electric hot hatch is, well, you can see I'm excited. It's very, very freaking cool. I'm not swearing, but I'm coming close to it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. My name's Sam Evans. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to give a shout out here to the YouTube channel EV and Chill. If you haven't watched that channel, I'm a big fan. I've just started getting into it. Now, I've watched some of their stuff in the past, but lately they haven't done a lot. So here's a bit of encouragement. EV and Chill, I want to see some more videos from you guys. Bring us some more content. The Renault, their new electric car. Okay, Renault right now, they sell the Zoe. Yeah, it's not a car I recommend. Why? Well, for one, it has a 1-star safety rating. But two, it's very expensive based on what you're getting for the money. I think that pretty much sums it up, right? But this new electric hot hatch, now this is the hot hatch version, but there will be a non-hot hatch version. Of course, Renault and Alpine, basically Renault is Alpine, Alpine is Renault. They have just revealed the hot hatch version of the car, as you do. You're not going to reveal the boring version first. You're going to reveal the insanely awesome, cool looking, exciting version first. You know what's great about this? There's so many of these kind of people who struggle mentally. Like their mental processes are very slow. They're the kind of people who struggle with change. They're the kind of people who they're still riding around on, using a horse and cart in the 1950s. Kind of like, communities where the Amish, apparently some of the Amish in America now are starting to use electric bicycles. So good on them. I'm sure that's radically changed their lives in many positive ways. That's awesome. Anyway, I don't know if I don't want to, have a go at the Amish, but you see my point. People who struggle with change, a lot of them are hot hatch fans. They think that for some reason hot hatches can't be electric, but actually, well, electric hot hatches are the future. Rather than actually seeing this as a negative, embracing this is what they should be doing, because electric hot hatches are going to blow your damn minds. They are mind-blowing. The way you can control torque. Have a look at Tesla's new Model S Plaid race package. The race package gives you insane control, insane motor control. That's what you'll be able to do in the future with your electric hot hatch. Not to mention the utterly ridiculous power levels. I mean, mind-blowing. So this is a 2024 model vehicle. In other words, it appears as though this will come out within the next 12 months. Really exciting for fans to look forward to. Really exciting because Renault is basically the hot hatch. They're the hot hatch kings. They're the kings of hot hatches. That's pretty well fair to say. And they're going to be saying, you know what, hot hatch fans, this is the future. Hot hatch fans are going to, that's cool. That's really cool. So this is going to compete against the Ford Fiesta ST Clio RS. That's the size of the car. It's not a big car, Toyota Yaris type size. Now this is technically actually called the Alpine A290. Really, it's not an Alpine. I think it's really just the Renault 5. But Renault are thinking, well, how do we position this as being, perceived as more desirable? The Alpine brand that Renault just brought back over the last few years. Let's brand it an Alpine. So it's actually a Renault. Now, French sports car maker Alpine have previewed their new vehicle, the A290. It's a small electric hot hatch. It's the reborn Renault 5, or it's the hot hatch version of the Renault 5. That's probably the best way to summarize it. It's the successor to the Renault Clio RS. The Renault Clio RS will just die off very soon. This will replace it. The production version will be called the Alpine A290, and it's coming next year ahead of 4 more electric Alpines due by 2028. One of those will be an Alpine A110 sports car, and then there will be 3 electric SUVs. I don't think any of them will be big. So if you're thinking, big electric SUV, I don't think any of them will be that. As you can see, there's a rear spoiler, there's bonnet vents, there's a large front bumper. The styling is retro, but it's modern. It's whoever designed it wow, what a job. I mean, kudos to you, my friend. You've done a phenomenal job. Renault's executives have confirmed to UK media the hot hatch will have a 160 kilowatt motor driving, the front wheels. Very strange considering this kind of realization recently by some of the biggest companies in the world that rear-wheel drive EVs are better. But the reason for this, I believe, is because it's in the Renault bloodline, right? They've always done front-wheel drive hot hatches and front-wheel drive hatches. Therefore, I think that they believe their customer base are accustomed to that. I think cars like the MG4, the rear-wheel drive MG4, and all the rave reviews that's had have proven that people actually, and with EVs in particular, have embraced rear-wheel drive. And of course, there's some significant advantages to rear-wheel drive with EVs. I made a video about those advantages. If you haven't seen that video, you probably have by now. I'll put a link in the description. Now, of course, they will eventually make an all-wheel drive version, I'm sure. But this is the rear-wheel drive version with a single motor. It'll do 0 to 100 in 6 seconds. Well, the standard Renault 5 will only have a 100 kilowatt motor. So a pretty significant power upgrade over the standard Renault 5. Range is 400 kilometers, so about 250 miles of range. Now you might be thinking these performance numbers are not that good, but actually they're better than the Ford Fiesta ST, the Hyundai i20N, and the now non-existent Renault Clio RS. So the performance has actually improved versus those competitors, but the real-world performance will be much better because in-gear acceleration is a thing of the past. There's no such thing as in-gear acceleration anymore because with an EV, you don't have to wait for torque to build. You don't have to wait for revs to build before you get in that real big launch of torque. You've got instant torque, instant acceleration. So in the real world, EVs feel a lot faster than a gasoline-powered vehicle with the so-called same power and torque figures. They really, really do. I can't wait to see the new Renault 5. In fact, I've got a video on the Renault 5. If you haven't seen that one, I'll put a link in the description. This is the future, my friends. Hot hatches, they're coming. I love it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.